Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. My name is Nadiatul Amirah and today I will persuade all of you about sex education. Sex is the act of informing younger and adult generations about everything they need to know about sex. Sex education is the one of the most controversial issues that has been brought in our educational institution since age. Sex education is not just about sex. It includes other sensitive issues like sexual health, sexuality, sexual reproduction, and others that parents often feel uncomfortable to talk with their children. Therefore, it becomes the school responsibility to educate the student about this matter as much as possible. Actually, there are many pros and cons about this matter being taught in the public school. First and foremost, the importance of having sex education in the public schools is to give early exposure to teenagers on how sexual relationships work and also to make them aware the risk of having sex before their marriage. For example, unprotected sex may result in diseases like HIV and may also result in unwanted pregnancy. They can also become victims of the sex abuse, especially girls. There are many things actually that can be taught during the session, such like the reproduction and reproductive health. It will be good if the session is delivered in the interesting way to make sure to avoid from the student feel bored. I believe it will be even better to spread the boys and girls into the different class because usually girls are shy to talk about this matter in front of the boys. Sex education, appropriate sex education in schools has a great impact on preventing sexual problems in adulthood. Basically, students will be taught about dangers of close relationship between males and females before the marriage, sex relationship, sexuality, homosexual and unwanted pregnancy. Automatically, when they will reveal with such the subject, they will know the impact on them. The impact are continuing till the future. Thus, sex education will give an awareness to to them on how to practice the true lifestyle and avoid from being the victim of the sex education of the sexual relationship. Furthermore, sex education goes a long way in teaching students the correct knowledge about their bodies, human reproductive system, and sexually transmitted diseases. When students will talk about these matters, they will exactly concern about themselves. This is because at this present day, students being not alert towards their bodies, towards their knowledge about bodies and so on. This sex education stress on these matters. This will allow them to study about this and let them know about sexual awareness. um, in contrast, actually, there are so many people who always misinterpretation about these matters, about the sex education, as opposed to the abstinence-only education. When schools propagate safe sex, they run the risk of having their information misinterpreted by the students. We will agree that we can listen to hours and hours listening to the lecture teaching about the topic, but finally we exactly do what we want. Unfortunately, it is the same thing happens to the sex education. Students may listen to the lecturers going on and on about safe sex, but in the end engage to the unsafe sex too. They will justify in saying that they learned about it at school and that the teachers didn't want them to engage with the unsafe sex. They never should have brought up the sex education in the first place. Curiosity can make them take the take, can make them take the foolish step that which they will undoubtedly regret later. With this mind, we can say that it is preferable to begin the process of sex education at the puberty age, as the Western countries start the sex education and offer peace education at an early age. Stressing on the Islamic stance on sex education and its significance, Sheikh Abdul Majid, a prominent Ashari scholar, said that those who think that sex education is not allowed in Islam are completely wrong. The books of Islamic jurisprudence expose several topics on the sexual awareness, rules of sexual intercourse, rules of marriage, and others. All these rules are dealt with in the book of Islamic jurisprudence in a moral and scientific manner. Therefore, young people are given fact and information and advice if they choose to engage in sexual relationship, they should take measures to prevent pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. They need to be educated regarding sexuality to, prior to the marriage to avoid them from the unsafe sex. That is all from me and thanks for watching.